Welcome to Optimal Timelines. My name is Sean, and this is going to be your monthly Tarotscope readings for August 2023 for your North Node by sign and house. Now, if you're new to my channel, the reason I use the North Node in tarot readings as opposed to your Sun, Moon, or Ascendant sign is it's recognized in astrology that your North Node is your North Star. It's your soul path. It's what we're here to learn and experience in this lifetime. So it's much more accurate and relevant in readings as opposed to your sun, moon, or ascendant sign. Now, you're going to want to watch two readings. You're going to want to watch one for your North Node by sign and one for your North Node by house. Now, one quick note on this month. A lot of us have been going through some really intense things over the summer. The astrology has really been off the charts. And we have two full moons this month, one on the 1st, August 1st, and one on the 30th. And then right around the corner in October, it's eclipse season. So these are very transformational times. And I just want to say that no matter what's going on around us in our life, whatever is happening, remember that when we follow our soul path, when we follow our North Node, the universe assists us and helps us in having the best life possible and staying on our most optimal timeline. So with that, I am going to connect to the energies and we can begin the readings. I call upon my spirit guides and guardians and the wisdom of my ancestors to bring forth the information that's true and correct for all who see this reading, that it may bring them the most beautiful, happy life possible and set them on their most optimal future timeline. So may it be. Okay, so this is going to be your monthly Tarotscope reading for everybody with their North Node in Sagittarius or the 9th house, and this is going to be for August 2023. Okay, so the spread on this side of the table represents the first half of the month from the 1st to the 15th, and then this side represents the second half of the month from the 16th on. So your overall theme card for August is the 9 of Pentacles reversed. And when I saw this card, the feeling that I'm getting overall is what's a big theme for you is many of you could be experiencing that, like, your life isn't enough or it's not together like you would like, or you may be feeling like either your life or parts of your life aren't enough, or maybe even that you personally aren't enough. And so lots of people have been feeling this, and I think really especially like the North Nodes in Sag and or the 9th house. But here's the thing. You are enough, and I'm going to tell you why this is happening. One of the reasons why this is happening, you could be feeling this, is it's about focus. And so the first half of the month, we're going to kind of get into see what I'm talking about with like focus. All right. So your timeline cards are, you've got the 7 of Swords reversed, you've got the Knight of Swords reversed, and you've got the 7 of Wands reversed. And what's going on here for the first half of the month is regarding focus. Your focus could be going in too many directions in your life. Like it could be not going in the proper, like, because your natural mind that you have with your Gemini South Node or South Node in the 3rd house, it sees multiple, and that's also a gift, but it sees like multiple avenues, multiple ways of being, multiple problems that can be solved in certain ways, meaning or solving problems in multiple different ways. And what this is about is it's about this first half is about focusing. Now I see like a lot of you, there could be a feeling of like feeling like not only that you're not enough, but like, maybe opportunities haven't been afforded you or given to you properly, and that you kind of feel like maybe a lot of you might be feeling a little bit like just not quite as strong as you would like. Okay, this is going to pass. A lot of this has to do with the astrology that's going on in general, and just like the vibe of over the summer, and we're getting into eclipse season here in September, October. But it's going to pass because you're getting some cards here to slow down. Okay, so you've got this Knight of Swords reversed, and you've got the Four of Swords as an advice card. Okay, especially slowing down the mind, and slowing down also like movement and action, because it's like think of like when we're trying to do something very, very quickly, or we're trying to do a task, sometimes mistakes happen when we're moving too fast. Sometimes it really helps when you like just stop for a minute and say, wait a minute, whoa, okay. Take a deep breath, and you kind of like collect yourself. That's kind of what I'm seeing for this first half of the month, because a lot of these feelings you might have been feeling for a while, like just feeling like there's some lack in your life in some way. And as I said, it has to do with, it's like a diluted focus. It's similar to what you see when you see like the North Node in or I should say the North Node, South Node, either in Virgo or Pisces. You're talking about like Virgo extreme focus, and you're talking about Pisces like way expansive focus. It's similar here when you're looking at Gemini, which is like, but Gemini is dealing more with focusing the mind, focusing communication, receiving communication. Okay, so it's almost like there's too much going out, too much coming in, type of a thing. And specifically, you might say, okay, what do you want to focus on? Okay, getting over here to the Nine of Pentacles, you want to really find out what your true passion is. I've known people with this placement with the North Node in Sag or the ninth house, and that Gemini South Node plays out what's almost like, I feel like I need to get more education, I need more money, I need this, I need it. It's like a constant search for new things, like just around the corner, the answer is going to be here, it's going to be in this book, or it's going to be in this class, or and like I said, there's nothing wrong with you know furthering our education, or all of that. But what this is saying is, it's time to, with this Four of Swords, it's time to go inward and find out truly, like in a focused way. It's like you can't you can't want to climb Mount Everest and also sail around the world while you're starting a multi-million dollar corporation and starting a family. I mean, I know that people tell you you can do whatever you want, but okay, like there are limitations. Okay, it's like saying, like, if you look at a CEO who is making a ton of money, we're talking about 6, 7 figures. They didn't get there by working 40 hours a week, and it's a choice. Everything's a trade-off, right? So it's the same thing. It's like when you hear a lot of people that have achieved high things, if that's what your calling is, you're going to miss birthdays sometimes, you're going to miss baseball games, you're going to miss a lot of things. Okay, it's everything is a trade-off and like a sacrifice. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's like that's what you're trying to do, is focus in on what is it that where it is you truly want to go? Because what I'm seeing is the feeling of lack is you can't do it all. I'm sorry. People will tell you you can't, or at least you can, but you can't do it well. I'm sorry. I mean, we can't. You have to focus in and 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 on a few things that are important to you. So the key is finding out what it is like you truly want, because that's kind of the energy that I'm seeing is it's pulling you your focus is pulled in different directions that aren't compatible. As I said, those other things that I mentioned, those aren't really compatible together. Like you might be able to juggle two of them possibly, but not at the same time. Usually, any of that, you might have to do it like, and that's fine. You might say, okay, you might prioritize. You might say, okay, I have a goal right now for the next, 1 to 3 years. I have another goal down, and that's fine to set goals. But it's like what I'm seeing is it's like there's too much going on, and so that's giving you the feeling like, you know, you're not feeling like complete, but you really are. Now, the other advice card that came up is the Queen of Pentacles. And again, this is, if you see the Queen here, Pentacles are things of value. Okay. Yes, it's money, it's finances, it's houses, it's all of it. It's things that are tangible on the earthly realm. But essentially, it's things we value, which can be like relationships. So it's really, again, this is the ongoing thing for Sagittarius North Node or North Node in the ninth house is focusing in a direction and finding out what it is you value. That's how you're going to pick your direction of what you want to do. So it's really not that hard if you sit there and you start saying, okay, like I might have an idea that I want to go here and do this and do that, but really, what do I really want? Okay. And that's what this is saying. That's why this meditation card, this is about, it's time to like slow down and really think about that and pick a direction, because you can think of Gemini as multiple directions and avenues and Sagittarius as like one way up the mountain. It's the one path. Okay. Um, but anyway, yeah, so that's going to be the struggle for, the first half of August is you're going to have an opportunity to contemplate. You may be getting some hints in things that you hear or see or read or whatever, or even in dreams. And, pay attention to those things. And just remember, like, pick where you want to go. Okay. And remember that, you need to has to be practical. Okay. Um, it has to be practical in the sense that, you have to devote a certain amount of energy, you know, to that. Because remember, Sagittarius rules like the philosopher, the teacher, the professor, um, you know, the wise person, type of a thing. And they usually, you know, have a certain path that they're taking. Now, going on to the second half of August, your timeline cards are, you've got the Two of Wands and you've got the Three of Pentacles, along with the reversed Two of Cups. Now, what I'm seeing here is I'm seeing for a lot of you, there's a continuation. And I feel like a lot of you with this Two of Wands, many of you are going to really get the hint, get whatever is coming in for you, your focus and where you want to go and where you want to go in the future. Because this is like planning for the future. What is it you want your world to look like? And I feel a lot of you are going to do that. Those of you, if you get into the second half of August and you're still like not feeling enough or don't have that focus, it's not too late. Just remember to do that. I feel like some of you are going to be starting, like working toward whatever that is, like finding it out your direction, and you're going to start working toward that. Some of you may already be on that path. Like not everyone is on the same page. Like sometimes people might already be taking this energy, and maybe over the summer you're already started to work toward that. And so some of you that are doing that are going to start to see progress and like recognition on, moving toward that. Um, the thing that I would say though, which is interesting, is with this Two of Cups, I want, as you're choosing your path, I want you to be sure that you're not, other people around you, those that are close to you, friends, family, loved ones, even coworkers, they may not um, like fully approve, support, or just be enthusiastic about the direction that you may be choosing. And that's what this is saying. But the what I want to caution you is, please, this is a time for you not to listen to other people. You do have the gift with your Gemini South node of seeing a lot of different viewpoints at once. But when Gemini's in the South node as opposed to the North node, it could be like static, like you're listening too much. Remember, this is a lifetime for you to find out what's in your heart, what's in your true self, your direction. And so there could be, if you're on this path, or as you start to go on this path where you're focusing in on what you want, there could be some static, or could seem like people aren't supporting. They're not doing it out of spite or like negativity. It's just that people just naturally everyone's gone through this, that have, like, anyone that's done anything great in life or made strides have always had naysayers. And it's not that necessarily that they don't love you or care about you, but sometimes you have to listen to your own inner voice. That's what this is, your own inner voice and your own intuition, as opposed to other people's. And that's what these advice cards are saying. You've got the Page of Cups here, and then you've got the Three of Cups here. Now, what's interesting about this, okay? You've got two cards with cups, and what do cups represent? They represent emotions, feelings, the heart, intuition, everything that the water element, signifies. But you have the Page of Cups, which is focused on studying his cup and what he believes, as opposed to the Three of Cups. And you've got the three maidens dancing around. It's reversed, right? Where they're intermixing their emotions, like, oh, what do you think? What do you think? Oh, what do you think? What do you think? Yeah, I don't know about that. Blah blah blah. Okay, that's what this is. This is you. This is There's a time and a place for this, and this is not the time and the place. This is a time for you to focus in on your true heart, your intuition. Okay, and that's exactly what this is saying. So this is really exciting time. Really, in a nutshell, all this is this for this month and ongoing. Find out what your true heart says, your true passion, your true focus. What did don't get bogged down and confused with trying to bite off this huge chunk of the world, because I'm not I'm not like a lot of metaphysical teachers, like, oh, you can do whatever you want. No, we have limitations in life, okay? And especially, like, we have to focus in. The world is unlimited in some sense, but also it's limited in that we need to, like, like, you can't, as I said, you cannot be a CEO of a major company making 6 or 7 figures, and these days it's like 7 figures, okay, working 40 hours a week. It doesn't happen. I mean, you might be able to find one, but it's like, it doesn't happen, because there's so much time that needs to be invested. So that's what I mean. Choose your path. Everything's a trade-off. That's what this is saying. And if you are feeling like I was talking about in the beginning of the reading, where you know um, you're just feeling like you're not enough, it's not that. It's that you might be feeling, or you might have unreasonable beliefs about yourself or about your life. Just you have everything in you. You have greatness within you. Remember, your North and South node. When you look at the Gemini Sagittarius axis. It is, as I said, it is the polarity and axis of the wise person, of the genius, of the philosopher, of the spiritual guru. Okay, you have a lot of knowledge within you, but it's a matter of, if you're not focusing in on it, you have to harness it by just focusing in. So simply just find out what it is, where it is you want to go. Pick a direction and go wholeheartedly in that direction. Without Put the blinders on, don't listen to anybody else. Okay, go in that direction if you feel it truly in your heart of hearts. And you're going to find that when you do that, when you pick that direction that comes from your intuition, you're going to find your life really open up and doors start to open up, and this feeling of not feeling like enough is going to go away. Okay, so anyway, I hope this reading was helpful to you. Thank you so much for sharing some time. If you would like your personal chart looked at and have your own um, uh, personal North Node formula given to you, there's going to be a link in the description box below for a personal reading. And yeah, reach out to me in the comments if you have any questions, or just to say hi. Would really appreciate it. And hit that like button if you could. And again, thanks so much. We'll see you on some more videos. Many blessings.